They say I'm a diva. I say, darling, I'm simply the standard.
I've played the supporting role long enough. Now it's my turn to steal the scene.
I've spent years writing love songs. Now it's time for a revenge anthem.
I might have broken girl code, but trust me, I can fix anything.
Turned my breakup into a breakthrough. Now I'm the star of my own story.
Nice event. Very on brand. Very. You.
Eliza, thought you ghosted before dessert. I'm surprised you stayed.
I figured I'd stick around. Watch the Amelia Price spectacle in full. Wouldn't want to miss the chaos.
You know, if you resent me so much, you could have just RSVP'd no.
It's not resentment, it's reality. I just don't live in the Price Palace where everything spins around you.
And yet you orbit anyway. You're always at my events, watching, whispering, critiquing like a fan with a grudge.
That's rich. Coming from the woman who rewrote history in her little power speech. How fake was that? You actually lifting women up.
When Eliza said she wanted to talk to me at my event, I knew it was going to go nowhere. I don't lift women who spend more time tearing me down in green rooms and gossip blogs. And please, Eliza, spare me the victim act. You've been waiting for my crown to slip since the day we met almost 30 years ago.
Maybe because it never fit right. You play humble but drip ego. You parade empowerment until someone gets too close and then suddenly, she's a threat.
And you play the underdog, but you're just mad the spotlight doesn't shine the same on you. You think I don't see the envy? You've been chasing my shadow for years.
I feel a rush when I'm standing up to Amelia. Finally, it feels like a weight has lifted off my shoulders. I am your peer, Amelia. Not your side character.
Then act like it. Be better. Do the work. Stop showing up only when it benefits you.
You know, there was a time I thought we could have been real friends. It hasn't always been like this.
Like when we were roommates when we first moved to the valley. Maybe in another life. One where we didn't both need to win.
Guess that's our problem. Too alike. Too proud.
Too different. I build. You bite.
And I see through you. That's what really scares you, isn't it?
No, Eliza. What scares me is having regrets. And you seem to be full of them.
Keep your roses, Amelia. I came for honesty.
Don't worry, Eliza. You'll always be someone, just not me.
Thank God for that. Do I think that I got anywhere with Amelia? Of course not. But I am glad the conversation happened. I learned a lot.
So, I've been keeping a little secret. Well, a big one. I just signed on to star in Ravenwood Hollow, this haunting, sexy, spooky Simflix series that's giving witches, scandals, curses, and couture. It's basically everything I love with better lighting. We're filming in this eerie little place called Ravenwood, and it is aesthetic central. Forests, fog, old mansions. It's the kind of place where you either fall in love or get possessed. And I thought, what better way to get into character than to bring the chaos with me? So I'm inviting all the girls, yes, even the ones currently giving me death stares, to come spend a few days with me in Ravenwood. Just us, no distractions. Unless you count the cursed dolls, full moons, and unresolved drama. Let's just say, by the end of this trip, some friendships might be buried 6 feet under. Welcome to Ravenwood, ladies. Leave your expectations and good behavior at the gate. Come join me in the dining room for dinner and drinks. So, on a scale from pumpkin spice to full possession, how's everyone feeling tonight?
Like I'm about to flip this table, honestly.
Oh, please, Marina. You weren't even invited to the listening party and showed up with bells on.
I showed up to support the industry. You showed up in your ego.
That ego got a platinum plaque, though.
Hazel, don't start.
Oh no, let's have Hazel talk. I'm dying to know what it's like being the woman who slept with her friend's husband.
You don't know the full story, Sienna, and you're the last person who should be judging anyone's past, dumb bitch, especially considering your little moment with Levi. You just a gutter slut. I'm Hazel, bitches.
We knew about that already, and Levi was single. But I do think it's fascinating how you're deflecting, Hazel. Classic.
Amelia, really? You basically invented the art of deflection.
and you chase every audition I turn down.
Excuse me?
You know what's funny? All this chaos, and the only one not pretending to be perfect is Hazel.
Wait, really, Amelia? You, my girl. But I'm not deflecting, I'm defending myself. I made a mistake. Unlike some people here, I own it. I'm the real bitch. Hazel bitches.
That's because she can't pretend.
You act like you're the moral compass when you're out here auditioning to be Bianca's enemy of the week, you slimy.
We're gonna need backup mics. I think Eliza just blew hers.
This dinner is delicious.
I told you bringing all of us here was a risk.
A glorious risk for sure. In my master suite, I picked my two besties, Carly and Sienna, to share with. There is bound to be trouble with the two of them sharing a room.
Well, that dinner was fiery. Amelia looked like she was going to combust when I walked in.
You knew what you were doing. Sienna is my girl, but I'm not going to defend bad behavior.
Of course I did. I knew Levi before she ever curled her hair for him. Sorry, not sorry if that bothers her.
Honestly, I just don't get why you're still so obsessed with proving a point. You said it was casual, so let it be casual.
Casual for me. Clearly not for her. She's clinging to that man like her status depends on it.
You act like he's a trophy, but Amelia loves him. And even if she didn't, you knew it would cause drama.
Drama pays the bills. Speaking of love stories, Carly, you and Jackson, okay?
We've hit a wall. I told him I feel like I'm in this alone. I might be done. I can't take this much longer.
Guess it was only a matter of time. Piper had him first anyway.
Okay, no. That's in the past. And if we're comparing timelines, didn't you hook up with Levi after they had already started dating? You just lied to her and said it was before?
It's funny. Through all the bull, Piper always is real with me.
Always will be.
Relax, girls. We're just getting started. Who knows what secrets Ravenwood will dig up next?
Hopefully something classier than your attitude.
Look, I never expected things with Bianca to spiral like that, but I didn't come into this group to be her punching bag.
I know, she's intense, passionate. But that passion can turn into poison if you're not careful. After dinner, Marina pulls me aside and says she needs to talk. Of course, I hear her out. That's what this weekend is about, right? Building our friendships.
Honestly, you're one of the only ones who's treated me like a human being lately.
Don't give me too much credit. I've been in the doghouse with her more than once. But we've known each other a long time. Sometimes I think she forgets I'm allowed to have other friendships too.
Yeah, well, if talking to me is betrayal, then maybe the friendship wasn't that solid to begin with.
Oh, I heard enough. And you sat there talking about our friendship like it's some burden you carry. Guess it's easier to be loyal to people you barely know than the one who's had your back for years.
Bianca, this isn't what it looks like.
That's funny, Marina, because I seem to remember defending you when no one else would. When the girls called you thirsty, I was the one telling them to give you a chance.
Bianca, it wasn't like that. We were just talking. Venting.
Venting? With the girl who crashed my listening party and got a whole dance tour out of it? Please.
I didn't crash anything. I showed up for the music, and if you're this threatened by anyone else getting shine, maybe you're not as secure as you pretend to be.
You're not even on my radar, sweetheart. But Eliza, I can't even. And that's what hurts most.
Well, that went well.
I think I just made things 10 times worse.